I feel that my degree is very flexible and good for those who are undecided about their future. Today we will present a statement and our participants will move to a spot on the spectrum that reflects their opinion. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. I regret picking my degree.
Yeah, for me, I think the way I'm thinking about this is like I chose Bachelor of Science over doing like in undergraduate med at Monash, which I'm very happy that I did because I get to explore a lot more, do a lot more things at UniMelb, like go on exchange, learn French in my bachelor degree, which is something that you would not be doing if you did undergrad med at Monash, which is not all that people dream it is. I think it's a lot better to maybe take this path and explore a bit before you decide to commit your life to medicine, which can be great, but you should at least actually know you want to do it before jumping right into it.
For me, I think it's just like, with the most direct comparison, let's say biomed, I feel like science offers, sorry, I'm picking on biomed a bit, but I feel like science offers more flexibility. And yeah, especially like with the way UniMelb has it structured, I feel like you can basically major in anything you want in science because it's so broad. And like, I even have the flexibility of doing that math diploma as well. Whereas I know if I tried to do that in biomed and a math diploma, my life would be hell.
No, yeah. So the reason I'm neutral is because I feel like this past year, I'm in my third year, I've kind of been like on a seesaw, as in like, I'm like either very excited to do med next year or I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I'm so terrified. So I think for a lot of it in biomed, I was just in it because it sounded cool. That's why I chose it at the start. I think as I've progressed with it, I've learned to enjoy what I'm studying. I really enjoy anatomy. I love learning it. But at the same time, I do feel quite restricted sometimes, which is a bit of what scares me. So like, for example, for science, you get to do a lot of electives. For biomed, we have a lot more core subjects, which we have to do, and that restricts like the number of breaths we can take. Yeah, I heard apparently if you want to like go for a grad role, if you like have a Bachelor of Science degree, it's okay. But apparently if you have a Bachelor of Biomed degree, they kind of cut you out at the screening part. So I feel quite limited sometimes, but I don't know.
Do you wish you picked science instead?
Do I wish I picked science instead?
Because I have some friends who already switching to science from biomed after one sem.
I don't know. I think the rigor of like the core biomed subjects kind of really trained me to be a better student. So I don't regret picking biomed. I think I'm okay with it. I've like learned to accept it. And also I've learned a lot about myself.
I feel that my degree is very flexible and good for those who are undecided about their future.
I think it's just the nature of what you study and where it leads you. Like, honestly, it is very science, medicine focused. Most people go on to do like med and like a graduate degree. Yeah, like as we like talked about before, there's just so many core subjects that you have to do. They're all related to science, medicine. You do get like some breadth choice, but that's like a couple subjects a year. It doesn't really lead you to an actual degree or anything, and I don't think companies really accept that. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of just in a straight line. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me, I think commerce is like kind of the degree that people say, if you don't know what you want to do, choose commerce or arts as well. I just think because from commerce you can kind of go anywhere, so it's not so much about like the choice of subjects, but rather the fact that whatever you learn you can use that anywhere else, so it's super transferable, so it gives you a lot of flexibility in your future. You can still do anything.
Yeah, I think with science it is definitely very flexible, like the Bachelor of Science degree itself, like a wide range of majors, and I guess you aren't really constrained too much by prerequisites prerequisite subjects sometimes. So like, even if in your first sem, your first year, you didn't know exactly what you wanted to do, you could probably, with maybe some difficulty, get to the major you want to in the end anyway without too much extra time.
I just want to say it's also a lot about experience nowadays. It's less about what your degree offers you, but more about how much you make out of it. And like, for example, if you want to do something that is not taught in your degree, you could just like go volunteer or like go apply for an internship. And then I feel like nowadays that is much more valuable than like that can be valuable and can open much more pathways for you as well. So it's just how you make your degree more flexible in a sense.
My course requires me to be on campus a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like just compared to other degrees like commerce, you do like one day, like you come in once a week. But like with science, if you're smart enough, you can still get like, well, if you are smart enough with your timetable, you can still just be like 2 times a week as well.
For my course, it's just because there's a lot of, the first year is all compulsory subjects. So there's a lot of intensive courses. So it's like we have 5 or 6 hours lecture on one day. So a lot of it requires in-class attendance and it's very discussion based. So you have to be there.
I would say that, honestly, I don't have to be here a lot. Maybe first year, there were a couple more workshops and tutorials, and over the years, it's kind of been less. So if you optimize your timetable, most lectures you can watch online, so you could come in like once a week for like a couple workshops and pracs. But
I guess in commerce, there's not as much of a requirement to do as many classes. There's just like one lecture and like one tutorial. It's pretty short. And some of them aren't even in person, like not some of them aren't in person or like they don't have an in-person requirement. So it's pretty chill.
STEM degrees are the most worth it degrees.
I would say no, because kind of what Kason was alluding to before, like if you're working in STEM and then you end up becoming like a specialist, surgeon or doctor or whatever, the hours you make the money you make is like the hours you work. Like the number of hours you work translates to money. Like if you work in commerce, you could like build your own business and you could be making money while you sleep. So I feel like bang for your buck, like commerce, build a business, guys. Maybe I should do that.
I mean, like, I feel like in terms of like just the cost of the actual course itself, the government does subsidize more for like STEM education, just so it kind of leads more into research. But yeah, I mean, I guess like the top 0.1%, sure, they have that potential to become like billionaires while sleeping. But I feel like in terms of like the average earnings, it wouldn't necessarily be that much different for the average science student versus the average commerce student. But yeah.
I'm satisfied with my experience at university.
Yeah, I mean, I am very happy with like my choice of just degree and also the university I went to. And I heard a lot of like complaints about Uni Melb from a lot of people, and you can see it online. I mean, we're not very high in terms of student satisfaction. But for me personally, I felt like I've had the support I needed, at least from friends and stuff like that. And then being able to join a lot of clubs. I feel like the club culture at Uni Melb is a lot better than at other unis. Like my friends at they complain to me about it all the time, how they wish they had the club culture we have here. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think clubs make all the difference, and especially this club that I joined, like Sem 1, called Enactus Melbourne. I met like some really good people there. That was like the most fun one. It just made the experience so amazing. Like I had retreats, like I had like meetings like with the full committee, like every Thursday we had dinner after, so it was like super fun. I think that's kind of the highlight of university.
Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, you should join the Enactus for it. Like, yeah, no, but for me, I think joining clubs is definitely like one way to like, improve your uni experience here. But yeah, so far I've had like not that many regrets, if any at all, with like the decisions I've made up until now. So overall, I'm quite happy.
Yeah, the only reason I'm on agree and not strongly agree is because I feel like in first year, my first sem, that was mostly online, so it was a bit isolating. And then I wasn't branching out as much as I did in my later years. So right now, I'm like so happy. Like I would be standing on strongly agree. I think after I went on exchange, like I had an incredible time, and then I came back, and then I joined Enactus Melbourne, and then oh my gosh, it was amazing. And now I'm having a great time at uni. So the only reason I'm not there is just because my first year, I wasn't proactive enough, but now I'm very happy at uni.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you guys.